I'm Pamela Soto.
And I'm John Henry Soto. All right. Hey, good evening, everyone. John Henry Soto here, along with my wife,
Pamela Soto.
Pamela Soto. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone out there, all you lovers out there. Hope you're all having a great evening. We did pretty much what we do on Sundays. We fed the kids. We did a bunch of other work stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah.
We had a nice dinner, but that was nice. So hope everybody's doing well out there. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. I think it's an extended weekend, right? Tomorrow's
Yeah,
President's Day,
Day,
and so everyone's going back to work on Tuesday, so that's kind of cool. So today we're gonna talk about a couple of different things, right? Because I had mentioned it is Valentine's Day, right? And as a couple in business and now doing this kind of format here, it is kind of it could be kind of stressful, right? A little bit, and especially when you're both creating different art, even though it's art, each art requires different things, and different time, different just different, it's different emotionally, different times of the day. Music is usually at night. Art you can do during the morning. Really, it's probably beautiful to like in the morning to paint. So there's a lot of different things as well as all the other jazz. So cheers, stuck. So see what I'm saying? It's just one problem after another. Um, so one of the things that we were going to talk about was, as an artist, like what are the 5 things that you need to get your work out there on the digital platforms, right? We're going to talk about 5 things that you need that are the basics, and then we're going to add a couple of more that are what's currently happening in 2021, what that you really need, right, to kind of like to exist, really. This is the world that we're living in right now. It's a digital world. So one of the so I'm gonna start on the list, and one of the things we talk a lot about is creating. Right, we talk about this, like creating a lot of stuff, creating a body of work. And so she did. I don't know, you did like over 60 pieces, right? She did over 60 pieces last year, and maybe a few this year. I'm not sure. I think maybe one this year earlier. Yeah. So, but last year, because of the pandemic, we were home. So I was like, just keep painting. And just the body of work is really what's important. So number one is create a good body of work. Things that you're proud of to show people, right? That's also a big thing. And you can talk a little bit about that too, about creating a lot, body of work. What do you think?
Hey Mary, how you doing?
Mary.
So we were talking today about making things that you like and that make you happy, and not worrying about
Oh yeah, no, you were talking about that.
about
Right.
what you think other people would like or other
Right.
people would want to buy. So we were watching this clip by Elon Musk, and he was saying, make it and what you like, and what makes you happy, and other people will like it. And if you really like it, and just create what's inside you, and don't think, are they gonna like this? Is this gonna sell? And then your own joy of it can probably be seen by other people.
Yeah, it definitely can be seen. Yeah, that's for sure. Because I think if you're out there trying to, and I've made this mistake a billion times, trying to find what I think people will like instead of just doing what I like. Because if I like it, if I love it, then it will come through in the art and whatever I'm doing, and people will recognize that. But if I'm doing it, people, I think art is one of those things that you can't really fake. You can't fake it because it's spiritual connection, right? It's to create that's an honest thing. So you can't really fake it. It has to be really, really sincere. And that's why I respect so many, a lot of artists that are so just whatever, like they don't care.
Yeah,
They
just
just
out
do,
there.
yeah, they just do it,
Mhm.
and they don't care if somebody likes it, they don't like it. They keep going and they keep creating, and they out create anything that people won't like, and that's the thing. Mary's in Oklahoma. They got some cold snow there. She says, "Take back your snow." We have enough of it. You can keep that part. But yeah, so I think it's very, really important to really love what you do, and that's a good point. Because when you're creating work, if you're creating work in the hopes that other people like it, and so you're only doing things like, well, people didn't like this last time, so I'm not going to do that anymore, even though I like it. You're destroying your art basically, because it's not your art now. It's some other fabricated thing that you're trying to put together. So that's number one. Create good body of work. She created 60 pieces. She'll probably do a lot more this year too. I mean, probably maybe the same amount, maybe around that. Now, the second thing on the list here is get the pieces nicely finished as an artist. I didn't really understand this, to be honest, because I'm not in this industry, in that field, and she was really telling me, you need to. There's other thing after you finish the painting. To me, I'm like, it's completed. It's gorgeous. It's amazing. But she's like, no, no. Now there has to be. You have to finish it, and finishing it is like a process, right?
Yeah, and I had to learn about every single thing.
Right. It's not like
Like you have to decide how you want to finish it. Like you have to do. Do you want to do the varnish, or do you want to spray varnish or paint varnish? And then there's oh no, I always forget the name of it. It's not epoxy, but
resin.
resin. Yes, resin. That's the word.
I always heard you say that word.
Yeah. So
resin.
Do you want to do resin? And then you got to look into if you have a place where you can do this so all of the fumes don't get to people. And then
I like some of the fumes actually.
oh, sorry. And then once you decide that, then you have to figure out your signature, where you're going to sign it. You're going to sign on the back, you're going to sign on the front. You're going to use your whole name, your initials, you put the date. And then you have to think about, do you want to frame it, or do you want the buyer to pick their own frame? And then you have to figure out about packaging. With the packaging, you got to figure out, do you want to put a nice thank you note with it? Do you want to put a certificate of authenticity? And then, yeah. And then how are you going to wrap it up to ship it? You have to like figure out your way of doing it, because there's many ways. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos to see how other people do it. So I just found out today that there's a way you can wrap them without needing a box. So I was happy to find out about that, because that was one of the things when I shipped one so far, it took a long time to find a box that fit. So these people, they have these huge canvases, and they wrap them with a pallet wrap. So and they have these things to cover the face of the painting that is polycarbonate that's used on greenhouses, and it's a nice thick plastic that will protect the painting. So they do that. And they do bubble wrap, and then on top of the bubble wrap, they do the palette wrap.
So all this is after the actual painting is completed. So it's not even before; it's actually after. So so that. Yeah, ask Brianna. Brianna can help you. Brianna, can you just wash your brother's hands? It is live, folks. All we ask is for 30 minutes. Can't happen. Actually, how long have we been on? 9 minutes, so not even 10. Anyway, yeah, so all that stuff that she just mentioned is after the artwork is actually completed. So there's a lot that goes into a piece. And so people that are getting a piece of art and buying a piece of art are really getting a lot of labor, a lot of love, a lot of commitment and care, and to put that product together so it arrives, in a great condition. Or if the person is, even if they're picking it up, you want to give them something that's, you don't want to just give them a paint. You want to give them something that's wrapped up and that you took care of, because it's like, the next one that we're going to talk about is about the prices. And, these things are priced, the originals are more expensive than the prints. You can get a print online, and online they're, a lot cheaper, right? Still incredible quality, because we bought a couple of them and we've seen the quality, and it looks amazing. Some of the canvases, like, you really have to kind of look to see which one is the actual painting. I mean, you can tell when you get close enough, but really you have to really look. And so that the prints are great, but when you're getting an original, there's only one original. That's it. So once it leaves this house, and I know he has trouble with with that, but once they leave this house, they're going to go on someone's wall, and hopefully for years and years and years of enjoyment of for that person and their family and friends, and a conversational piece as well. So that's number two, preparing it so it's nicely finished, and then everything else that she mentioned. Then the third one is to set the prices. So this is something I'm going to turn over to her, because I know there's something with the square inch footage thing that you guys sort of like real estate. So it's how much. Anyway, I'll let you know. Pam, do you do portfolio? She does not.
No.
Not yet. Maybe later, but she does not.
No. I only do abstract art. And I've done a couple that are like
Sceneries,
like scenery, but mostly just abstract. So with the pricing, that's always been a touchy subject for people. And I watched a seminar that said you should never price your artwork lower than $2 per square inch. That should be the bottom, like you should not ever go below that. Now, I've seen people on Etsy who sell their work for like nothing.
Pennies.
Yeah. And I'm like,
it's hard. I don't know how they really they make that they make the money. Ben, can you let us finish and watch the green screen, please? So yeah, when you're on Etsy, and a lot of those places, really, they undercut their prices, and I don't know if they undercut their originals.
yeah, these are really
Wow. So
like I've seen them for like 30 cents per square inch, 40 cents per square inch.
wow.
Yeah.
So it's kind of it's really. I mean, I get it. At the same time, maybe they're very prolific and they make 1,000 pieces a year, and they can afford to do that. But I think that it actually, yeah. Sean Manuel says, cameo by Ben. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so what was I saying? What was I saying?
About Etsy and people.
Right. So I think they undercut their prices to such a degree that it really devalues a lot of other people's art. Because you say, well, why am I going to pay this amount for an original there when I can get an original on Etsy for a quarter of the price? And the fact of the matter is that that's right. You're right. And to a certain degree, but you're getting it from Etsy. That's number one. So it's not the person. You're not going to get this person here delivering it to you, having a conversation with the artist. They might be just selling it. You place your order, and then it just arrives in the mail, wrapped in a box from Etsy or whatever, an Amazon box, or not Amazon.
Well, I mean, Etsy is individual art.
I know, but it's still like a very broad. I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you like the art, buy the art. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Ben. All right. Well, what was I saying? Yeah, I mean, the bottom line is the art. If you actually like the art, if anybody's out there and you like the art, then the important thing is that you just get the art. Don't bother with, what we're saying is that, it does undercut the actual value of the art. So, you know, I don't know. For me personally, I mean, it's sort of like getting a getting a song,
Yeah, like
for free, instead of paying for the music,
the
right?
download.
Like for instance, I have a film that I'm editing right now, and I need music through it. I didn't go and download free music. I actually paid some music, some are musicians, two musicians in particular, and I paid for the music. I actually paid for the music, and it wasn't cheap. And the artist is probably not getting what they deserve either. Because they're going through another network. But still, I'm paying for it. I'm not just saying I'm going to steal music or whatever. So I kind of feel that it kind of falls into that realm a little bit. Ben, please, can you go over there? We'll be right there, please. Anyway, I'm sorry, everybody. So, wow. Why don't you continue talking and I'll take care of the boy.
Okay. So about with the pricing, there are different ways to figure out your pricing. One way is to look at the cost of your materials and the amount of time that you take in creating your piece. And some people charge like per hour, and then you add all that up, and that's how you get your pricing. And then, some kind of art could take a lot longer than other kinds of art. And you can also look at the quality of your materials, your paints. Like oil paints are more expensive than acrylics. And what kind of canvas you have, or if you have like a board, like they have these, I want to start using them actually. They are cradle boards. So it's wood, it's like a flat wood panel, and you can get a back on it so that you can hang it on the wall, and it's called the cradle. So with the board that has the cradle on it is called a cradle board. And I'm thinking about doing that because it can never warp. It doesn't bend. You can't ruin the corners like you can a canvas. And it's totally, I think it's more square than, or squared than a canvas. And it's more like solid. You can't like cut through it or anything. And I've also been told, I haven't tried it yet, but I've been told that the paint goes on more nicer than on a canvas. So I think I'm going to try that. But they said if you're going to do a large painting, don't do it on the board, because then if you're going to ship, then the weight is going to be so expensive to ship. So you should just do a canvas if you're going to do anything like over a 16 by 20 size.
Hi, everyone. So he was crying and he was upset, so I figured I'd just bring him in. All right, so can we you finish? You can sit right there. You gotta wash your mouth too. All right.
You never did that.
Okay, so where did you leave off there? The prices?
Yeah, some other prices.
Okay, cool. So the next one is document your work. So document your work means, for her is a website, because that's where she documents her work, and she can just write the name of it. She knows the time, the price. She knows when she made it, when it's uploaded, when it was that's on the website. But the pieces here, that's another thing to actually do that. Bruce, you are beautiful. Oh, okay. Thank you. I get that all the time, actually. It's true. It's the beard. Um, so I think documenting your work is really important because then you can go back later on and somebody says, well, when did you make that one? Oh, that was on this date, and that's when I finished it, and I uploaded it, and that's where I did that.
I always take pictures of my work, like after I finish them, and then I have everything in like Google Photos, and I can go back and see exactly the date that I painted it.
Cool.
And a lot of people do like a video of themselves making the paintings, but I haven't wanted to do that really. I don't know. Maybe someday I will. Maybe just for me to go back and see how I did it, or I can see the colors that I used if I forget or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely it's important to document your work, and I think that goes with any artist really. Whenever you're doing anything, if you come up with a lyric or something, a melody or something, I always have my phone document everything just so I can remember it. And number 5, and the last one is is a tough one for some people. Is write about yourself and your art. So sometimes it's weird to write about yourself, because you can also ask someone to do it for you and ask them, can you do me a favor and write for me a bio on my art and write something about what I'll give you the notes, and you take it and you can put it together. Now she's a teacher, she's a writer, she can write, so she's good at that part of it. I kind of taught myself how to write, how to write. So, but it's really important to sit down, and if you can't do it yourself, get somebody to do it because it's important that people want to know about the artist, right? They want to know a little bit of background. They want to know a little bit about the art themselves.
Yeah, I know, and you need to like for my website, I need to write about the process of the piece, or maybe the inspiration behind the piece, or anything like a story that goes with the piece, so other people can understand it.
Right. So it's very important. So those are our 5 things that you need just to kind of get started with the art. There are obvious things, or other things that are maybe not as obvious. For example, like social media presence. You do need an Instagram. You need a Facebook page. Of course, the website is. We talked about that. Having a website is really important as well. So all these things are. I know nobody's really paying attention to us. They're just looking at and making faces. But there's other places like what's that other site that has images and stuff like that, but it's not Instagram with a P.
Pinterest.
Pinterest.
Yeah.
So you could have actually a Pinterest also, because that is cool, and people might want to put your artwork on certain patterns that they may see. They may see that, oh, I would like to have a dress like this or something, So that might be cool to have it on there as well. So there's other things that you need, just to get your work out there on the social media world. So I think that's it. I think we're gonna end off there.
Wait.
Yeah, we're gonna show. When I say that, I'm not saying that we're gonna leave.
Oh.
I'm saying that that's it for our presentation.
Oh.
What we're talking about. And then we're going to go into the last portion, which is you showing your artwork. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, here's Pamela Celio with her art for the week, her art piece for the week.
Okay, so you gotta take off the green screen.
Ah, yes. That one has green on it?
No, but...
Only if it has green on it.
Oh, okay. So
show it and see if anything disappears.
No? No. All right, so this one's called Breaking Through, and
through to the other side.
This is reds and blues, and it's 11 by 14, and I haven't varnished it yet. I still have to varnish it, and with this one, I changed the consistency of the white. I think it was more watered down, so the other colors broke through. And I really like how it turned out. And I think like that is a cool area right there. And
What's it called?
breaking through,
Oh, I'm sorry, you said that.
yes. And because like all
I
the
was listening.
colors are painting, the colors are breaking through. Yeah. So I have all those little, like, it's kind of like lace, I guess. That's what it reminds me of, is lace.
That's right. Cool. Awesome. Thank you very much, Pamela. That was breaking through. So again, you can see that that's the original, but if you want to see a print or if you want to see them, you can actually go to the website, which is right over here. Hold on. Go to yourwholesomejourney.com and you can see all the artwork there. And yeah, so good stuff. Good stuff. All right, folks, thank you very much. We're gonna get somebody to bed, and we will see you all next Sunday, 8 p.m. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. Have a wonderful day off tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves with your families and your loved ones, and have a wonderful week ahead. Do things that you love, and make a great one. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye. Say bye.
Bye.